So this will probably be the last one you'll get easily, since at this point I will definitely have to do a full-on script for it. But this one's going to be, well, like I told you, heavily on the slice of life. And then before, like I said, my plan is before I catch back up to the Zom Dragon, do a little adventure before that part. Hell, it might get on this one. It might not. Now back to the story we go. We're going to stop our group back at Loot Village. They had come to like their little home away from, well, the castle. This was less hassle and less chance of running into, well, Motoyasu's and his egotistical self. Mine is just sitting there doing Naofumi's hair. Mommy, you don't have to. Yes, I do, dear. Yes, I do. You are a prince and must look your best. Doesn't help that your hair is constantly fighting me on this. Sorry, Mommy. Why are you apologizing? You can't help your hair. Raphtalia is trying not to laugh here. So is Philo. Philo, what are you laughing at? You're next. I think I gotta... Oh, no, you don't, young lady. Take your licks, girl. This sucks. Oh, come on. You've got pretty hair in the first place. Did Naofumi just call me pretty? Oh, dear. That comment made a certain Raphtalia extremely jealous, but once again, she's gonna try her hardest not to let that show due to Naofumi's age. The day itself went by just well. They were all dolled up, so they went out to town. Naofumi made a point of attempting to help with, well, rebuilding the various areas. Since his house is now deemed the Lord's, well, manor, that makes him, well, like he didn't want to be the Lord, but at the same point in time, he's a prince now. He has to prove that he can be responsible, so he is the Lord of Loot Village. So, we need to focus on keeping this place defensible. What do you have in mind, Lord Naofumi? Apologies. Prince No. Sir Shield Hero will do. No, it most certainly will not. Sorry. You heard my mother. Prince Naofumi, what do you have in mind? Well, for starters, we could work on fixing the walls. And Naofumi had done some digging onto the types of steel they use. He had introduced them to the styles of Damascus, as well as, well, in getting a dedicated blacksmith in the place. A certain old man was making a whole lot of money here. Thanks for coming, boss. Not a problem. So you just want me to train a smith, huh? Yeah, just teach him how to do these things. You'll be compensated, of course. What's this? This is a relief on your month's taxes. Yeah, a tax refund. Not necessarily a refund, but a write-off. The crown isn't that generous, after all. Of course they're not. Hell, even the blacksmith learned a little bit, considering all the things Naofumi's learned from the cradle. Keep in mind, The cradle was also an education system, and it taught that child a lot. He had only been in there for like 3 years, but still, he had the education level of, let's go with a 6th grader in a prestigious school. So yeah, let's go with that. He was a really smart 6th grader, essentially. Raftalia was actually watching them work on these new crafting styles. Are you interested, Raftalia? Just curious, Lord Naofumi. Raftalia, part of her, well, just melted at that. Let's go for a walk, Raftalia. Hey, I thought I was supposed to carry you. It's Raftalia's turn. Philo was not happy at that. Mine just sighed. At least her son was having fun. Now, ballistae were a cool thing, but this is where bows and arrows are pretty cool, but Naofumi's actually going to start designing not necessarily guns, but harpoon guns. What is that, Sir Naofumi? Well, that is something that I don't think this nation is ready for. So I don't think I'll be doing that. It was a very, very destructive weapon where I came from. Ooh, destructive. Yeah, you've got magic anyway, so let's not go that route. Not yet, at least. Like I said, he's wise beyond his years due to his time in the cradle. I said 6th grader, but like I said, 6th grader at a super prestigious school, so let's put him at maybe a freshman level of intelligence, if that. As far as the bows go, he managed to design a crude compound bow. Adding a pulley, I suppose that would add strength to it. Yeah. It's going to be incredible. Yeah, I bet Itsuki would, well, like that design. I heard my name. What are you doing here? Oh, I thought I'd just pop in a bit. Heard you were now prince and were lording over a village. Is this your dry run for taking over the nation now? I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. I said, no, I'm not trying to run a nation. I'm just trying to make sure that this town can handle itself when I'm not here. Oh, and what's this? Itsuki is handed Naofumi's journal. You're not planning on designing these, are you? Of course not. They're not ready for that. Ignore that page entirely. If you want, you can burn it. Now, I trust you. So, compound bows. Yes, and various other things. Grenades. These'll work. Yeah, both flashbangs, smoke bombs, incendiaries. But these are mostly made to carry spell charges. So they're more like spell flasks. Yeah. They're not normal grenades. They hold a spell charge, you put it in, you use it, and, well, short of the explosion one, you can reuse them. Fascinating. I'd be willing to buy some of these once you have them made. You realize we can't use weapons. We can use flash and smoke bombs. They're not assault weapons. Good point. Actually, I'm not 100% on that one. But it's not an actual weapon, so they should be able to use. I mean, Naofumi can use monsters, so Why can't they use something that's not meant for attacking? So they can't use the explosion grenades. Actually, no, they can. Since they're meant to hold spells, they can use potions, then why not? So let's go with that. Well, I never really thought about using them myself, since we've got rather high, well, levels of mana and SP. And speaking of which, I realized I misspoke at the last episode. I said SP with mine. It was MP, not SP. My bad. True, but our reserves only go so far. I'd say help yourself to what the village has to offer, but we're still rebuilding. It's not quite there yet. What are you talking about? All the houses and businesses are ready to go. Yeah, well, it's still not defensible. It's horrible. We're working on our defense. Naofumi, take a moment and be a child. But be a child, Naofumi. Serpo Hero is correct. Relax. Be a child for once. But, Mommy, I... Don't but Mommy me. Be a child. Yes, ma'am. Hey, Philo, let's go play. Since apparently I can't work right now. Philo takes her, well, giant bird form and motions for Naofumi to hop on. Raftalia helps him get on. And Philo and Naofumi are gone like the wind for a ride. Don't go too far, we won't. We're just going to go around the village. And that they did. They found a little creek, and they played in the water. After they were done playing, they laid down in the grass, just looking up at the sky. I guess this is what being a normal child's like, huh, Philo? What are you asking me for? I literally hatched from an egg a month ago. Right. My bad. The two just laugh and, well, act young. For the most part, Philo is a good friend for Naofumi at this point. The two head back home and kept their promise not to be out too long. And once they got home, a small feast was prepared for them. Or at least the equivalent. It wasn't very good. Mine and Raftalia cannot cook. Okay, you two are banned from the kitchen. Excuse me? You heard me. Gathering a town meeting. Tell them there's going to be a grand feast later tonight. Where? This is the biggest house in town, is it not? But, yeah, let's tell them we'll meet in the grand, barn for now. Town hall had been the biggest barn there, which is pretty gigantic, had been used as, a meeting area, since no animals were in it at the moment. Would do for town hall, and that's what they were using. Naofumi got to cooking. Now here's where I'm going to take a bit of possibly a lot of a liberty. Naofumi did a lot of the cooking in the Cannon Shield Hero, and he's going to do all the cooking here. So I'm going to say that his cook skill. Now the skill cook and craft skills can go above your level. His cook skill is maxed. So anything he cooks is going to taste absolutely delicious. And all in the town agree. Even Eatskeet sat down and ate. This is delicious. This is just a chicken leg. I wonder how the steak tastes. He cuts it up, eats it, eats the rice, even sips, well, it wasn't wine, but it was grape juice that was prepared by Naofumi and Philo. It tasted better than most wines. It was incredible. I wonder how this would taste fermented. This would make good wine. Indeed, you are correct. Shield. I almost said shield. Indeed, you are correct, Spear Hero. Well, it would appear my boy won't get to rest that often. I'll have to find chefs that are capable of preparing food to this level. I hope you do. This town is going to be very important if it's housing a prince. And it appears Naofumi has, well, big plans for gating it off. Yes, he does. To be clear, they are working on better walls on the lot. He's going by the, well, let's just say by the time they leave Loot Village to go for the Zom Dragon episode, which might happen, but I'm going to, like I said, have to bunker down and do a full script for that one. Loot Village will have, well, 3 tier level defense. So, yeah. Unless, I know another wave's not going to happen, but that doesn't mean they can't be attacked by, like, looters and stuff. And that's why Naofumi is making sure that this town, which is under his control, is protected. Protected it shall be.